Hello, viewers. In this episode, we will take you back to a time where wealth was not about owning money, but about owning something sticky, disgusting, and with a foul smell,
Something that SpongeBob's generation doesn't know.
called whale oil. How and why? We'll discover that in the Experience 1820. In the year 2015, a movie was produced titled In the Heart of the Sea. The official poster stated that it was based on the incredible true story that inspired Moby Dick, a timeless novel published in 1851 by author Herman Melville, based on a true story that captivated filmmakers and, it's even stranger than fiction. The story is known as 1820. At that time, sailors had to go on long voyages on sailing ships to hunt as many whales as possible to extract their oil and sell it for huge amounts. The oil from whales was the petroleum of that time, used for heating, lighting, lubricating machinery, and making soap as well. The Essex was one of those ships that our heroes embarked on for this day's episode. Captain George Pollard and his deputy Owen Chase, played by actor Chris,
Damn, I'm hotter than him.
along with 19 men heading from Nantucket to the South American West Coast, where whales were abundant on a journey lasting 2.5 years. After a year of sailing, they were disheartened because their catch was not plentiful. While searching, they came across a ship whose captain spoke of whales in the Pacific Ocean equal to a fortune. Captain Pollard's greed drove him to direct his ship towards that area, and indeed they found it teeming with whales. To catch them, they lowered 3 small boats to get closer and harpoon them. Suddenly, a whale about 85 feet long approached and struck the ship twice, splitting it in half.
Disaster.
3 small boats.
In the middle of the ocean.
The food and drink supplies sank, leaving only 1 box remaining. In one of the Tom and Jerry episodes, Tom was lost at sea without food or drink before the waves led him to an island. Unfortunately, it turned out to be a human-eating island. This is exactly what happened to our heroes. After rowing for 1,000 kilometers, they found Mark Islands, known for its inhabitants being human-eaters, so they fled.
To drown in the sea is better than becoming a hamburger.
After a month of their ship sinking, the food and water in the box ran out, and on top of that, the scorching sun caused one of them to die. They threw his body into the water, but a minor wound on his hand attracted sharks, adding to the dangers they faced. Then a strong storm hit and scattered the 3 boats, with the first one disappearing forever. As for the remaining 2 boats, the sailors began to die of thirst and hunger one by one, but their bodies were not thrown into the sea, instead becoming a meal for the survivors. The story reminds us of Charlie Chaplin's movie The Gold Rush, where hunger drove his friend to imagine him as a chicken. We will use that chicken to describe what happened without hurting your feelings. The live chicken ate the dead chicken's meat. Then the survivors decided to eat each other, and out of fairness, they decided to draw lots to determine who would be sacrificed for survival. The one chosen by the draw would be shot to start the feast. 99 days after the shipwreck, Bollard and Shears were found along with 5 sailors and a massive amount of human bones. Since there were only 8 survivors out of 21, 13 men had turned into hamburgers. After returning to Nantucket, Captain Bollard set sail again to sink another ship and retire from the sea for good. As for his assistant Owen Chase, he went mad and spent his life in a mental hospital. But before he passed away, he wrote his own memoirs, which were later published under the title The Melancholy and Extraordinary Tale of the Sinking Whale Ship Essex, which is the main source of information for today's episode and the source of all films and books.
George Pollard, Owen Chase.
It is said that they could hear Chase's screams in his room inside the mental hospital, repeating one phrase all night long.
Click, like. Click, like.
Fly!